guys see me? Hey guys, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Heart of Inspiration. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to put the website up on the bottom there or up on the top. Either way it goes, we're going to put that up there so you guys can see that. And then we're also going to have how you can connect with me on Instagram and or Twitter. Hola! Okay, so I'm taking a really quick break from my weekend of doing, my weekend of learning and self-development, but I wanted to bring this information to you guys before this weekend was over because it was very, very important to me that I get this out. Because Spirit has really been talking to me literally just a matter of a couple of days ago and in some of my meditation time, been talking to me a lot about the significance of this solar eclipse, what we should be expecting out of it, and also though what we should be really focusing on in it. And I say that because, so this is going to happen what time? At 1:41 in the morning on June 21st here in the States. That's Central Time. That's my time. And then, figure it out accordingly. Excuse me, that's Universal Time, birth time, local time. Okay. So at June 21st at 1:41 Central AM, so it'll be June 20th at 11:41 p.m. for Pacific time, and then 6:41 a.m. If you're Universal GMT. So go from there. That's how we're going to figure that part out. But this is significant not just because of not just because of the fact that it's a solar eclipse, not just because of the fact this is, the whole new moon, phase, not just because of all of that. And I'm literally pulling up the chart as we're speaking right now so I can show it. But I'm going to put this in context of everything else that's going on in the world, okay? Everything else that's going on in the world right now, and why I felt very, very clearly that this was really meant for us to focus in on our throat chakra. I hope you guys can hear me well. We've been going through months now since February, March, around the world where we have been told to put on masks, where we have been told to social distance, stand 6 feet away from each other, where we have had various entities like saying, okay, we're going to do contact tracking, where there has been, let's all test, where you cannot attend a funeral, where you cannot go and visit your loved one in the hospital, where if you have an elder that is in any type of senior housing, or even if they're living by themselves, you've been told to push them away. Okay, let's not go visit. Matter of fact, we've been told you can't go visit this person, that person. No gatherings over 10 people. For any reason. right? So we're coming out of this time period, but there are people that are still wearing masks and there are people that are not. And then we have these mass gatherings, if you will, some peaceful, some not. And that seems to be okay. And there's a group of us that are much more enlightened or that have been awakening to what's happening, right? And awakening to the esoteric metaphysical meaning, to the energetic meaning of what's going on and what's being stated. And then we have these events. Now there is more than just the one event here in the States that occurred in May. They pretty much occurred like boom, 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 a few days after one another, all around the world, in different areas of the world. And in each case, there was a police officer, a representation of the law, a representation of control of the government. Now, I'm not saying police officers are here to control you. I'm just saying, you see what I'm saying? This is a representation of the government putting a knee to a throat. Look it up. Matter of fact, go check out Young Pharaoh. I will probably put a link to his video down below. But there's been a knee to the throat. So as I've been, meditating, listening, and whatnot, what came to me the other night during my meditation time was pay attention to your throat chakra. Because what's happened right now is, for a lot of us, our voices have either been silenced, sometimes invalidated, sometimes it's been like, you are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, you have lost your rabbit bleakity bleak 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 mind. You lost your mind. What are you talking about? I'm gonna check thank you very much, Casey. I know I needed to check the chat here just so I could see what was happening. I'm gonna pop the chat out. Thank you very much, dear. You've lost your mind. Who else do I need to speak to? I'm going to speak to everybody just really quick, okay, guys? Because I want people to watch us on the replay. Ceresia, Sharon, hey. Marie, and Marilyn, hello, darling. Fake Goddess, hello. Hello, Marie, and hello, Leslie. How are you, love? Miss Venus. She knows. Sagittarius, hey, darling. Who else is in? Hey, Cece. Hey, to the moon. Hello, everyone. Hello. I love seeing all the green. Hey, Shona Mona. I love seeing all the green in, and I will ask, I don't know if I have to go do this. Moderators, do you have my membership link? If not, let me know. I'll put it in there, please. Let me know if you do not have my membership link, and I will drop it in the comments, and then we can move forward here, because I really need to finish this conversation. Let me just grab it really quick so you guys can join the membership, become a member if you wish. Now, all right, let me continue. Heretofore, until this time, we've been basically told to shut up. We've been basically told to simply listen to what's being put forward. We've been basically told to just accept what's being said, accept what's being fed into our third dimensional eye, accept what's being put into our third dimensional ear, and we dare not speak out against it. And if we do speak out against it, and if we do at any moment in time rise up, hey, welcome, hey, thanks for goddess. At any moment in time, that we do speak up, what happens to us? As we begin to awaken, what happens to us? We get the knee to the throat and we're told to put a mask on. Do you all understand what I'm saying here to you? Do you all get this? I mean, I really want y'all to understand what's being said to you. And the reason why there is an attack on our throat chakra. Now, let's get back to the get down. I'm going to have to edit this. Let's get to this. And I'm going to show you where and how and why. Okay? Let's get to this. Let's get to the good stuff. Look what we've got going on here. On the 18th, where's my dear Mercury? Mercury down here is going in retrograde on the 18th. In Cancer. In Cancer. So Mercury represents speech, it represents intelligence, it represents communication, it represents a charisma, an ability to be able to convince people of a reality. If someone is very charismatic, they are able to convince you of something, or they are able to display, divulge, to get you to see their way, motivate you in some form or fashion. That's why those of us that grew up in the Black church, honey, we had to learn how to be charismatic. Inflection and intonation in our voice, right? Some people are excellent at that in written word. Some people are excellent at that in spoken word. Some people are excellent in that no matter what word. Hello. Now, in Cancer, though, what is a Cancerian all about? What is that fourth house? This is my home. This is my hearth. This is my very personal everything that I desire and I need and I want and I this is my family. This is where I feel comfortable. This is how I welcome you in and you feel comfortable. My values, my core values, right? And surrounding those kinds of very interpersonal relationships and my core value of how I see myself. Cancer is the initiator of emotion, as my dear friend Shonda says. Shonda Rice, Scorpio goddess. We're the initiators of emotion. We feel it before everybody else does. So when I tell you I'm feeling that the attack is going to get ratcheted up on our throat chakra, and the power that our throat chakra then represents. Thank you to the new members, to the moon. Thank you. That the throat chakra represents. This is personal. This is your seat. Not only are we the initiators of emotion, we're the seat of creation. We're the spiritual mother. We represent the maternal, the mother energy of the zodiac. So when your mama can't tell you anything because she's been cut off from you, because you're not supposed to visit her, you're not supposed to get close to her, you're going to get tracked if you buy into that, download that contact tracking software. And if any of y'all have downloaded that contact tracking software, I don't want y'all nowhere near the upcoming retreats. Not physically, you can join virtually, but I don't want you and your contact tracking mess anywhere close by me. Okay? Now, anyway, So when she can't speak to you, and when her very essence of creation and how she should create and what is safe, the mentality of safety, and when she's stopped from speaking to you and soothing you and giving you that charismatic, very caring, understanding, baby, it's going to be okay, and this is how we're going to make it okay. This is a problem. They are trying to squelch both the divine feminine and divine masculine, but they're trying to squelch that throat chakra to stop us from seeing and speaking out who we really are, and speaking love and speaking light and speaking manifestation and speaking creation into the world. The reason why this is even ultimately more powerful, look at where it's happening. In Cancer, it is literally happening at 0 degrees. That new moon is happening at 0 degrees. Cancer. You want to talk about a powerful, the only degree more powerful than that is the 29th, or as powerful. It's super powerful coming in and super powerful going out. This is a cycle of intention setting and manifestation setting that if you're not able to speak out and speak your intentions and speak your voice, you will be lost. Okay? That's why that link, moderators, I put the link in earlier. That link I just sent out for those of you that are on my email list on my website. I just sent out the newsletter. If you haven't, if you weren't on there, let me know and we can get one out to you. However, I'm having a Finding Your Voice free group coaching session next week, Sunday, on the new moon. I need for you all to help. It's free. Just sign up and register. You don't have to pay anything for it. It's that important to do. Free. Because we got to find our voice so we can find our truth. And this is all the other reason why we still have Venus in retrograde. Because we still got retrograde palooza going on here, folks, in the midst of all of this monkey mess. Okay? We've got Venus in retrograde in Gemini, still forcing us to rethink love, money, happiness, love and happiness, right? We still got that going on. Okay? And it's not going to go stationary direct, I don't believe, until the 23rd is when it goes stationary direct. We have Mars on its way. Now, it's separated from Neptune, but it is hurtling, and trust and believe during Cancerian season, Mars is going to be back home in Aries, baby, and it's going to be a humdinger. Because, Aries and Cancer square. So with that square of who am I really, and it's about time for me to bring it up and out, and about time for me to express myself. And then we've got the Cancerian with the energy coming in, right? The Cancerian energy being ushered in, and it's like, but I got to nurture this, and I got to make it right, and I got to be sure that I'm putting out the right energy. But if you ain't found your voice yet, and you're still sitting in this delusion of information and not learned how to filter down and have the discernment to understand what's true and what's not, this is going to be a major freaking problem. Why are they using police officers in order to execute this nefarious plot? And that would be right up here. Because very soon on the 30th of June, we are going during Cancer season, we are going to have yet again another meeting of the minds with Jupiter and Pluto. And during Cancer season, I believe Saturn is going to scooch right on back in there to Capricorn. Now, when we have now, all of those planets, by the way, are retrograded. So now we're going to have another conjunction of the Pluto Jupiter, we're going to have it part 2. There's 3 parts to that trilogy. Part 2 is coming up where they're both in retrograde. And when they meet up again for the final time for quite some time, they will both be direct. But I'm taking this retrograde. You guys know I always say retrograde seasons are for review, reflect, and I'm going to add renew in there. Because it's a time for us to look at, it's a secondary opportunity for us to do that which we were supposed to do the first time. During the first season, during the first set of energies. Now, if we didn't reset our plans, our personal strength, regain our personal understanding of where we're going to go and where we're going to expand, what our purpose is, what all of this is, we got another shot. We got another bite at the apple. Only this time now, what's been removed is that south node right here. It's now in Sagittarius. So we don't have that south node kind of holding us back. We've got the south node in Sagittarius and the north node down here in Gemini saying, oh yeah, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it. You can do it, okay? You can accomplish it. You can do it. What the heck is it that you actually want to do? And speak it. Now, I'm not saying you got to speak it everywhere that people are going to attack it. I'm saying speak it in a safe place, but speak it still. Now, the reason why we've got the police officers doing this and we've got, all these so-called experts and all these so-called leaders out here telling lies and all kinds of stories is because that Pluto is a struggle for power. And Saturn. Pluto is a different, the two of them being so close, and Jupiter, those are 3 powerhouses. They are struggling to see, they are fighting to see, are you going to fully give up your personal power, or are you going to recognize that you've been played, hoodwinked, bamboozled? And are you going to use your voice to speak out? Or are you going to use your voice to cower in fear? There are 2 separate timelines going on here. There are 2 separate timelines going on here. And if you do not begin to speak, then by your silence, you are being complacent and you are fitting yourself you are saying that you agree. You are saying that you agree. You're saying that you agree. I'm trying to get this out. You guys go to my website and email me for a link to that registration, okay? Moderators, please put my website up. You can get a free membership to my Lightworker Academy there. Please put that up. That's very important. And please continue to put the membership option up as well. Now, if you are quiet, if you are, then you are complacent. If you are complacent, then you are in agreement with and you are handing over your power. The choice is yours. Period. Period. Completely yours. I need all my moderators to email me that are hearing me right now. Please email me when we're done here. I'm going to shoot out an email for you guys, okay? Period, Pooh. This is what you got to do. So the throat chakra is under attack because as we look at this configuration of Neptune in the third decan of Pisces, it is trining, soon to trine the sun. It's trining it by sign, not by direct degree. However, that then is giving us this like what's really true, what's really not, but it's also intensifying our intuition. It's intensifying the intuitive nature. It's intensifying our ability to see behind and see the secrets and see the illusions and feel them. This is a time, if you've not been in touch with your feelings, get there, because you gotta get in touch with them feelings. We are feeling it. We are knowing it. This is like, my gut tells me this ain't right. You got to go along with the go along. You got to go along with the energies. It is let me turn this to blue. It is sextiling the energies in Capricorn, which means this gives you another opportunity to be able to see, sense, feel, trust in your high priestess, trust in your intuitiveness, see what's being lit up to you by the moon. And in this moment, because the sun, neither the sun nor the moon at the solar eclipse can be seen. Neither the sun nor the moon. There is absolutely no light, energetically speaking. So in this moment where there's no light, you have to be your own light. In this moment where there is only dark, you got to be your own light. In this moment, you got to turn your light on so you can see within. There's nobody else telling you anything else at this moment in time. Nobody else. This is your divine moment to turn on your internal light. Turn your internal light on and link up with source light, with spirit light, with God light, to really illuminate everything within, so that you can get to the truth of the matter, because you've been seeing and hearing too much stuff. And you know what, even for me, I'm just saying, I can give you some information and you could be listening to 50 other darn YouTubers. I don't recommend it, but you can be. So if you're listening to all these people, you're going to have to decipher, distill down, and discern what is true. What really resonates with your truth. Okay? What really resonates with your truth. What really resonates with your purpose. What really resonates with your plan. What should your plan be? Can we find our plan? And I'm about to write a purpose trilogy. I got a lot of work to do, so I don't want y'all bothering me with some... Anyway, I'm just kidding. I got a lot of work to do, y'all. I'm about to write a purpose trilogy. We're ratcheting up these group coachings, single coachings. This is for reals. This is you going inside and tapping into what is past. I was reading somewhere that this is also at the summer solstice. We have to understand that's what this is, right? The summer solstice, right? This is the first fruits of all that we planted back in the winter or in the spring. You get the first fruits at the summer solstice. So now let's get with going now. At the summer solstice, and it's the first fruit, you are going to have an opportunity to examine all the work that you've done, and you're going to get this first harvest and be able to say, I think I need to tweak this. I think I need to tweak that. I think I need to change my intention here. I think I need to change how I'm speaking. However, your throat chakra not only is responsible for the speech, But the throat chakra, almost in a sense, is responsible for what you put down into your heart, because it is an integral part of the manifestation process. As a man thinketh, so he is. The power of life and death is in the tongue. You can literally either kill off everything, your entire crop, or you can make a bumper crop. You can either kill off your entire life, or you can live to life, accelerate to life. Do you understand what I'm saying? So in this moment where not only are the emotions cut, but this other divine masculine energy is sliced off. Hello, like cut. The luminaries are not illuminating. You're neither getting a reflection, nor are you getting any illumination, light shining. That means you got to be your own. That means for one huge moment in time, we got to find our own voice. For one huge moment in time, we have to really tap into our own inner light and really come to this understanding and decision of, are we riding out with the status quo, or are we going to regain that power and then step up our game? Are we going to, as we're in this age of Aquarius, are we as an individual going to raise our vibrational energetic set point? And we'll talk more about that as we go forward. Are we going to become the light worker, light warrior, healer, writer, engineer, financier, fitness guru? I could go on and on and on. Are we going to become that person and elevate ourselves to then bring what we have been given to the world to help others? This is that time where we set the intention. This is what we're going to do. Because if you've not been getting the harvest that you've wanted up until this point, only you can change that harvest. Only you can change the harvest. Only you can decide, well, maybe I need to change the plant. I might need to go out and weed that darn garden a little bit more. Maybe she needs a little bit more water every now and again, a little more emotion. Maybe I need to be thinking a little more clearly and speaking over it better. You know that, so the sword energy, speech. And maybe I need to be sure to cut away some brush so she can get better sunlight, fire. And maybe I, again, need to, that weeding and taking care of the land itself, your foundation itself, earth energy. Okay? That's why this is so significant. I believe someone told me that there's a total of 6 eclipses during retrograde palooza. That's a lot of goddamn eclipses. Hey, Wynn, how you doing? Hi, Nubian. Right? That's a lot of eclipses. We're going to have a lot. And what else that tells me, again, the attack on the throat chakra is real. We need to be sure that we have removed all blocks. We need to be sure that it's flowing correctly. We need to be sure all of these things are going right. Okay? We need to be very, 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 very sure of these things. But with all these successive eclipses, because I believe the full moon is another lunar eclipse, with all these successive eclipses, that further solidifies the message I'm giving you. There's no light. The outside light, if you're continuing to look for a savior outside of you, if you're continuing to solely rely upon an angel or an ancestor or this or that to come to you, and Prince Charming to come in, or Princess Charming, whichever way you want to put it, and come in and provide you your salvation, honey, and whisk you away and solve all your problems, your fairy godmother, I don't know. It ain't happening. The light has been turned off. Turn out the lights, light a candle. Hey, ho, ho. I'm going R&B on y'all tonight. Are you going to be your own light? Next time I'll be greater. I'll be my own savior. That's Adele. Now, I'm not saying that you have to disregard all of that. I'm not saying that. So please, anybody that's, in the Christian faith and all that, please don't think I'm saying that. What I'm saying is this, is that there comes a point in time where when you are as they say, a child of God, that child has to grow up and become an adult of God. And an adult does not do the same thing a child does. An adult is not completely dependent upon everything, their every need. Oh, this will preach now, y'all. I can see it for another 20 minutes on this one here. An adult of God is an adult child of God is not going to look at God the same way as the the newborn child of God. At some point, you got to get up off of the fact that you feel like you cannot do a thing and come into the accountability stage where I realize I'm responsible for my life. And everything I've learned up until this point can now catapult me into that responsibility and accountability and ability to create and co-create my world. Child. You know what? You see, these are moments in time where I still wish I was behind a pulpit. Y'all got to stop being children and start being adults. You have to stop being baby divine beings and start being adult divine beings. And this is, right, these 6 eclipse cycles. There's a lot. These 6 eclipses back to back to back to back, or relatively, are not allowing you to depend upon something external, but inviting you to ignite that internal. Thank you, Atan. Now, all right now. Okay, y'all, I got to go. As much as I've enjoyed this time with y'all, I have got to go because I got to get back to my weekend of learning. So listen, I appreciate you all being here. Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please share this video. Now, I'm going to edit this a little bit. So if you want to wait a second, that's fine. But please share this video so that more people can come to the Light Tribe. We are the home of the light worker. We're home for light workers. And I'm here to help train, heal, and release light workers into their purpose, just like yourself. So continue to come back here. Continue to be here. Go to heartofinspiration.net, register right now, and email me. I'll try to look out for the new people. But go to heartofinspiration.net right now. We'll get you out this week's newsletter, where you're going to find a registration link for a free group coaching session, okay, that I'm hosting on my site. Not here on YouTube, on my site. Free group coaching session next week, Sunday, on finding your voice. Okay, guys? And if you want to work with me or reach out to me, all that information is down below. All right. I love you guys. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon. Namaste. Bye, guys.